Hi there, Craig Hocknell here, your Scramble coach. So what I've got set up here is going to be a very simple description of how to actually play a scramble. So these 4 golf balls will represent the 4 players that are on the scramble team. This tee marker right here will represent the tee that we start from, and that tee marker right there will represent the hole that we're going to putt out into. So let's say, for example, we have all 4 players on the tee box. Now they're going to set up 1, 2, 3 over here in the safety zone. If they're a right-handed golfer, first player is going to tee off. Let's say, for example, that the first player tees off and hits their ball over here in the rough. Second ball steps up, hits their ball a little bit shorter but in the fairway. Third player steps up and crushes it but hits it all the way into the desert. And the fourth player just tops it off the tee right here. You have a decision to make. This is the benefit of a scramble. A scramble is all 4 players tee off, and then as a team you get to select the best shot. Your eventual target is the hole. Now you have 4 drives to choose. In this situation, what we have is A player, B player, C player, and D player. Now this ball was just topped off the tee, so we might say, okay, well that's too far away. We're not going to choose that one, even though it's in the fairway. This one up here is a little longer drive and it's a little closer to the hole, but it's over here in the rough, and that one's in the desert. So logically you would choose this one. Even though it's not the furthest drive, this is probably your best shot. So the way this works is each player will go pick up their ball and return right here to the safety zone area and wait for their turn to hit. So as you get your golf ball and put it in position, now you're ready to hit the next shot. We can get into a little bit more complicated rules about quotas, etc., but basically, once you've determined that this is the shot that you're going to use, now you have 1 club length to position your ball. The problem is, if you go 1 club length in this direction, now you're able to perch your ball up on this high rough grass. This can actually be an advantage, and typically in a scramble rules sheet, what you'll find is there's a same condition rule. So in this case, since we've selected this drive that's in the fairway height grass, we can go 1 club length, but we can't go 1 club length that way, because that'll put us up here on this different grass height. We're not allowed to do that. So you can choose to play within 1 club length anywhere, no closer to the hole, and back around here if you want. So each one of these players can play from anywhere in a D-shaped semicircle, no closer to the hole, and not in a different condition. Typically what you'll do is the first player will play from there, second player will play right near it, third and fourth, etc. And then that way what you end up with is possibly 4 little divots in the fairway. Then you're going to go take your sand and seed mix in the bottles, fill that in so that you're repairing the golf course as you go, and you've really only damaged a very small area of grass. So let's continue. So from the safety zone again, first player hits up, second player steps up, third player, fourth player. All right, so it's obvious. Final player, almost hold it. Same process continues. All of these 3 players will now scoop up their ball and come in here. Let's assume that we're now on the putting green. Once you're on the putting green, now you don't have a full club length. Typically you have about 6 inches. A standard golf grip is about 10. So somewhere in the middle, that's a distance that you have to position your ball on the putting green so that you're staying within the rules of golf, and the same rules apply. You cannot move conditions. It probably wouldn't make too much sense on the putting green to take your ball off the putting green and put it on the fairway height grass, but maybe that person wants to chip it. You can't do that. So hopefully this will help explain a little bit of the progression of the scramble format. Again, in summary, all 4 players tee off. You choose the best shot, which is not always the longest one. You have one club length to position your shot in the same condition, and then you repeat the pattern for your next shot, and in fact they keep that same pattern all the way into the hole. So hopefully this helps to explain the scramble format, so that when you get invited to go play in your scramble, whether it's a corporate or charity event, you understand exactly how to navigate around the golf course and you won't feel intimidated, and you'll have a much better day.